Welcome back to the Force Nines YouTube channel and welcome to Season 8 of Parma from the Ashes. Last season we finished in 14th place, very respectable and very good for a team that were expected to finish bottom. This season we're going to try and escape relegation again. We're expected to finish 17th, so we are tipped to just beat the drop but to really be in for a fight. Can we build on 14th or will it be another basic survival? We'll see in a new episode of Parma from the Ashes. So you can see the season preview here, and well, we are all on 2001, us in 17th, and then Carpi, Cittadella and Brescia also on 2001. But our media prediction is 17th for this season, which, well, last season it was 20th, so that's obviously improved. And of course, we have to rebuild the team now. We'll not rebuild it, but we have to freshen it up, because last season, even though we survived, it didn't go to plan. No, we had some dreadful performances, especially from some of our fullbacks, and yeah, we conceded a lot of goals. We had the worst defensive record in the league, conceded I think it was 76 goals or something like that, a lot. So that's something that needs to be amended this season. I want less goals conceded. We scored a fair few goals, but I'd like to try and score a few more, and so I've got no less than 11 signings. Yeah, 11. To help us do that. Now, of course, gelling is going to be an issue with that many new signings, but we'll see what we can do. We've been okay pre-season. We had a bit of a cup run. We qualified for Europe. I know. I couldn't really believe it. We qualified through the fair play rule. Italy was one of the leagues picked, and we were the best team in the league for fair play. So that gave us a spot in the Europa League. We had to go through the first and second qualifiers, like sort of right from the start. I'll show you those results shortly. But for now, let's just have a look at the players that I've brought in. So, cue the music. Well, let's start from the back, shall we? Let's start in goal. I've signed two goalkeepers. Marco Bleve has left, as has Turin now. So, Miguel Angel has been brought in. He's a Spanish goalkeeper. He was capped at under 19 level, or he has been capped at under 19 level. Got him on a Bosman from Sassuolo, where he never played. Had a loan spell down in the Lega Pro, and was okay, but not anything to shout about. He's going to be the backup goalkeeper for this season. He doesn't look that bad, and he has played a couple of games in the pre-season. Average 6.95 over that and conceded 4 goals in 2 games, so not too bad. He looks pretty solid. You know, some of those physicals are okay. Good agility, naturally fit, good concentration and bravery, good at kicking and reflexes as well, not too bad. So, you know, a lot of double figure numbers there, so that's not too bad. And he's got a bit of potential as well, so there's definitely room to grow. The other goalkeeper is Jorge, Brazilian goalkeeper bought from Inter Milan for £750,000, and he looks much better. You know, he's got good ability and potential. He's going to be a good player. He's our first choice goalkeeper, and so far he's been very solid. Averaged 5 goals conceded in his last 5 games. Is okay. He looks really good actually, so I'm very happy with this. He's going to be our first choice goalkeeper this season. He's uncapped, but he looks very good. And there's a bit of Brazilian in there as well. So I like saying Brazilians at the moment. It seems to be my thing, I guess. You will recognise Andrea Polissano. We had him last season and we've reloaned him again for this season. I tried to get him permanently, but his wages were, well, Inter wanted a bit more than I wanted to pay for him. And he had a very solid season, so I got him again. And, you know, those limited defender stats are all very solid. So I think we've got a good deal, you know, getting this guy for another season. As you can see, averaged over 7 last season, so that's very nice. And we've got him again this season. So, not a signing, it's a reloan, so I guess you could say that's 12 signings, I'm not sure. Another centre-back here. I've raided my feeder club Newcastle again for this one. This is Colin Story. Age 17, very young, got great potential, capped at the under-19s, and again, as the limited defender, his attributes look very solid, very determined, so, you know, he definitely wants to improve as a player. Hopefully we can help him do that. Jumping reach is good, and, you know, decent marking. He looks okay, and his physicals are all, you know, pretty balanced. Not very naturally fit, so that could be a problem. But he looks okay, and he's got great potential. I'm sure those will grow with age, because he's only 17. On to left back now. Now, last season we had Geraldo. Now, we don't have him again. Geraldo has now left after a a loan spell, or a couple of loan spells I think it was. We've brought in Jonathan Trevino. He's Ecuadorian, he's been capped for the under-20s. He's a fullback / wing back. Not really good at crossing, but his passing's pretty decent. Very good mentals, very good physicals. He looks very nice. We brought him from Bologna, where he had 1 season and did well. They got a bit of profit on him, so that's good for them. £2.4 million we spent for him. From Ecuador, Jonathan Trevino. Our director of football's been busy again. Stefan Pozzoni was signed by him. He came from Vicenza, fullback. Yeah, I probably won't use him. He's not that good, but you know, he's got a bit of acceleration. That's all that he's got going for him, really. He's a decent tackling as well, but I don't plan on using him anytime soon. He costs £140,000. He's only 17, but yeah, for now, I think I'm gonna, you know, either offer him out for loan or leave him down in the under-20s. Yeah, our director of football's been kind of busy. I think he made 2 or 3 signings. On to right back now. This is Terry Latte Sanyas. He's Ghanaian, capped for the Ghana team as well. 26, so you know he's a nice good age. He'll be with us for a few years. He's got a 5-year contract as well. And it looks like a very solid right back, and hopefully he'll be the key to our problems there. Because last season it was awful, with Ajapong playing really badly, and Del Andrea being one of the worst signings I've ever made on the game. Hopefully this guy will do well. He was a bit of a hefty price, £4.3 million, again from Bologna. So we signed 2 fullbacks from Bologna. Fans not very happy that we signed our fullbacks from rival clubs, but you know they've been pretty solid pre-season, so hopefully they won't mind it too much. No, he's been okay. Had a couple of games, got a 6.5 and a 7, and it looks very, very solid. Very good positioning, very good physicals, mentals are pretty nice as well, and good long throws as well. So that's a good thing, because some of our throw takers have been abysmal in the past. Now, I said that our director's been busy. This is another one that he signed. This is Antonio Federico, signed from Lanciano for £1 million. He looks okay, to be fair. He doesn't look too bad at all as a central midfielder. Decent first touch, very nice passing at 17, great determination, great balance, very fit, good teamwork rating, good vision. So it looks like a good midfielder here. We do have a lot of midfielders, so it's a bit stacked at the moment. It's a bit clunky in there. But, you know, should we have a bout of injuries in there, then I'm sure this guy can come in and do a job. He looks pretty decent, actually. I think our director of football's picked out a good player here. On to some wide players now. You will remember Petkoff from last season. Had a tremendous season, a fantastic season. 14 assists, 3 goals, 6 Man of the Match awards. He was on a loan last season, and we've got him for good from AC Milan. He's on a free transfer, but he is now earning £20,000 a week. I think he's now become our highest paid player, but I'm not too sure. He looks great. You know, great crossing and first touch, very good work rate, very aggressive. Hopefully that won't lead to any cards. It didn't last season, that's a good thing. Very good determination, very good teamwork, very pacey. I think he's great, and you know, we've got him for good now, so hopefully we'll see a lot more of him this season. Can he play even better? Another left midfielder here. This is Osvaldo Arroyo, 27 years old. Cost £4 million from Monterrey in Mexico. And again, he looks very solid. He doesn't speak the language, which might be a problem, but he looks very, very balanced. I mean, this guy really is looking good. Very good crossing and first touch, great passing, great technique, pacey again. And those mentals look great. I mean, those mentals are really good. Apart from determination and vision, this guy looks fantastic. So, yeah, we've got 2 very good options on that left midfield now. Onto the right-hand side. Now, if you don't remember Mattia Rossi, I don't blame you. He was with us in our very first season, but he never played because Lazio bought him for £56,000. Hardly played him. He had a couple of moderately successful loan spells at Vicenza and in Sweden, but never really broke into the Lazio first team. So we've signed him back on a free. He's earning £10,000 a week, so we have the guy back. Now, I made it my goal at the start of the save for this guy to play for us again in the future, because he looked great, and you know, he still does look great. Age 23, he's got room to grow as well. He'll mainly be a right-sided midfielder, but he can move to the left if need be, and he looks very nice. Again, mental's very balanced, decent pace, very good first touch, great technique. He looks great as well, so we've got Rossi back. Last but by no means least, we've got a striker. This is Giovanni Itinga. Again, he's Brazilian. He was signed from Sampdoria on a free. I think 5 of these players were actually sorted out before the transfer window actually opened, so they all joined on July 1st. But Itinga was one of the first guys that I saw. It was in the January transfer window, I think, that I saw him, and I got him almost straight away because he looks great. He's got a few goals, 4 goals pre-season. Some of those were competitive as well, I think, because we've had the European campaign, of course. Yeah, I think he scored 2 goals in one match as well. He looks very, very good. A good complete forward. So we've got him and Longo as the complete forwards. We've got 2 target men in Cherry and Silva. And we have Galliano. So I think we are all set for the upcoming season. So there they are. I don't think I've missed anybody out there. But there are the 12 signings if you include Polosano that are joining us this season. And there is one more coming in as well. Juan Fernando Silva is a right midfielder. And he looks very nice. And he's just being sorted out, I think. I think his contract is all done. So we're just waiting for that to be confirmed. So, of course, with all these transfers, people have to make way. And these are the guys that have left. So 4 people left on freeze at the start, in June 30th. Casarini, Bartoli, Zinni, and Mastrodonato. Mastrodonato had a few games in the first team for us, but never really broke into the team. In fact, he only had 1 competitive game, and that was it. And yeah, that was off the bench. So never really broke into the team, and he's now left. He's a free agent. But also leaving, Berzotti's gone to Cesena for £2.4 million. Had that great season in Serie B, which got us promotion, which got us 18 assists, where he got 18 assists, a record. But in Parma, he started 26 games. He actually had a pretty good average rating at 7.1, but the second half of the season, he sort of died down. Made me think that maybe Berzotti isn't really up to the challenge of Serie A. But we got £2.4 million for him. It might have been a mistake. You know, he has had some great performances in the past. But he's gone to Cesena. £2.4 million we got back for him. So that's not too bad at all. Bleve has gone to Palermo for £750,000. Too many bad performances. Too many goals conceded. So yeah, he has now gone. And it's a shame because, you know, I wanted to like him, but it just didn't really work out for us. Only 1 season. And also, Sega Koulibaly's gone to Carpi. We've got £1.3 million for him, which I think is very good. And again, yeah, too many bad performances. He was one of the guys that played as a stopper in a central defence, and it didn't really work out. I know that's probably my fault for playing him in that role, but too many bad performances. Averaged 6.63. Didn't play at all the previous season, or this season rather. He never played. He played 1 cup game, Europa League game, and yeah, he's got a Carpi. And then also left, Turin's gone, Rizzo's gone, Casale's gone, Zanin has gone to Como. Yeah, he never lived up to his potential. And yeah, at the time that he was sold, he was actually only 3-star potential, and at one point it was like 4.5. So he's lost his potential almost completely now. And then, you know, a few people loaned out, which probably won't ever feature for me. So that's it really. So we spent £12 million. We've brought in £4 million. So now it's about trying to make money to get that 4.9 million back up to a profit, because of course we're in Europe this season, so we need to abide to financial fair play rules. So pre-season, let's have a look at not a lot of friendlies, of course, because we had the Europa League to contend with. We got to the 3rd qualifying round, which is where we were expected to get to, and then we had a really shit performance. So let's go through these then. Started off with a 3-0 win in the first round at home against Linfield in the first leg. Linfield, of course, of Northern Ireland. I made a bit of a mistake in this game that I didn't know who was fit or anything like that. So I wiped out all the team selection, picked an 11, and then forgot to pick a subs bench. So I had no substitutes bench for this match, just the 11 players that were out there. So people were on like 45% conditioning. I can't say that word. Conditioning. Silva got 2 goals in this game before that was after Bretonnia took the lead in the first half. Very solid 3-0 win against Linfield, who were very much the worst team in that draw. In the away leg, it was a 2-0 win. McAllister with a known goal, giving us a 1-0 lead, and then Longo in the second half doubled it to make it 2-0 and 5-0 on aggregate. Very solid first round victory. Gave us a draw in the second round against, apologies if I say this wrong, Zrinjski, I don't know. They're a Bosnian side based in Mostar. It was a 1-1 draw in the first leg. Pavlovic gave that team the lead. Silva got the equaliser in the second half. And then the second leg, we were much better. 3-0 win. Longo with the first goal. Silva doubling the lead and then completing the route to make it 3-0 on the night in the second half for 7 minutes from time. They gave us a 3rd qualifying round against Dukla Prague of the Czech Republic. Could have been them, could have been St Johnstone, but Prague beat the Scots. And yeah, we had a really poor performance in this draw. Two 3-1 defeats, one at home and then one away. Del Andrea scored a penalty. Yeah, forgot to set pieces. It's like bloody Bonucci scoring a penalty. Yeah, forgot to set pieces for this. He got the goal to make it, it was 2-1 at that time. But Stipek scored in the second half to make it 3-1 on that night. And then they beat us 3-1 in Prague. So, yeah, not great. And then our goal there was only an own goal. So that wasn't too good. In between those, we were in a testimonial for some reason for Juric, a player who did have a time at Parma but never played a game for us. So I don't know why that was against us. Never mind. So that was just a testimonial. In a friendly at Academica, we won 5-1. 2 goals for Itinga, 2 goals for Galliano. We were 4-0 up by 14 minutes. They got a goal back through Banguera before half-time. And then Aramu scored a goal on the hour to make it 5-1. And then in the TIM Cup third qualifying round, we drew Pescara and we won 2-0. 25th minute and the 32nd minute, Itinga were both goals. So that has given us a draw against Cagliari in the fourth qualifier in November. We win that, we get a draw with Sampdoria, who gave us a few problems last season. They scored 10 goals against us in 2 games. So that brings us on to the first game of Serie A. We're against Brescia, the only game that's going to be played today. So let's see if we can start off well with the new season. So 6 games played against Brescia. They've won 3, we've won 2. There's been 1 draw. Let's see if we can do well here. We're going to see how it pans out at the start here. I'm going to leave it on standard and flexible. And these are the instructions that I have set up. So that's what we got. As far as the team goes, Jorgemi in goal. The back 4 of Trevino, Salsa, Fornacia and Late Sanez. The midfield of Petkov, Minala, Bretonye. Rossi playing a bit further up the pitch on that right wing. And then Galliano and Itinga, the starting strikers. A few injuries at the moment. Osvaldo Arroyo, when we signed him, he wasn't injured. He's got a hamstring injury, but he'll be back in a few days. Cherry is close to a return from a double hernia. He's been out for a couple of months with that, so he did miss all of pre-season, so that's going to be a problem when he comes back. He's not going to be match fit at all. And also, Aramu is a current injury. He's got a knee ligament problem. He's going to be out for 5 to 6 weeks. I'm going to keep Aramu. I wasn't sure what to do with him, but pre-season he was good. And, I thought, maybe the reason that he wasn't really that good was because he never really played. He only started 2 games last season. So we are going to keep him, partly as well because we couldn't shift him, and see how he does. And lastly, Ajapong is suspended for this match after his 5 yellow cards at the end of last season. So that is it. Well, media thinks it's going to be a draw here today. I will take a draw. I'm not going to say that. Right. Let's go for it. Get rid of that. I'll just reset the preferences, so I do need to lose all this. We're going to calmly say, give the fans something to cheer. Lots of listening keenly and passionately. That's fine. Let's start the match. Oh, God, I forgot it's this pitch, isn't it? Great. Right. Watch this, guys. League table. Latest scores. Match stats. Look, it's all there. I've got it all back. Oh, how does that look? A lot better. You've got the stats on the right. You've got the current scores. You've got the league table. You've got their formation. This is what it should look like. So let's see how long this lasts before it disappears again and I have to reset it again. Kick off. Okay, I don't know how this is going to go. We're on standard. That's the reason why. Because I don't know which way this will go. Well, so far, not well. So I've gone to counter. Because we are not doing well at all. We are not passing the ball well. They've had loads of the ball. This isn't good. Skivoni from Brescia on the ball here. Hits Selassie to Stamanic. And hits the post. And it needs to be cleared. And Fornacia does so. Well, so far, not so good. So what can we do here? We need to try and pass it around a bit. We are going to keep the ball. Let's not overlap. We're going to work the ball into the box. We're not going to close down as much. There we are. Let's try that. Thrown by Trevino. Here's Galliano to Petkov. Galliano again. Can he get a ball into the box? No, he's dispossessed by DeSantis. But here's Fornacia on the ball again. Tries to pass to Galliano, but it's blocked. Stamanic to Velotti. Savic. Morosini. Good save, Jorgemi. First, real chance of the game there. Corner for Brescia. It's headed away by Manala. Here's Skivoni now. Back to Stamanic. Here's Velotti. Goes for a shot. No, he doesn't. Good tackle. Minala now passes to Galliano. Now you've got the striker in the box there. Finds Petkov. This is nice play. Until that time. It's a throw-in though, so it's not too bad. We're a bit better, but still not too pleased with our passing. I'm going to go for some more direct passing. Let's try that. Instead of keeping the ball, let's just try and pass it. Let's just try and pass it and pass it. Throw in for us here. Here is Mattia Rossi, re-signed of course after being at Lazio and not really featuring much. Manala to Atinga. Galliano on the ball now. Plays it out to Petkov. Passes back to Trevino. And they've lost the ball again here. Savic now to Velotti. Passes back to Scavoni. Here is Velotti again. But Morosini is through. Another save by Giorgiemi. So far has kept us in this. It's still 0-0. Partly because of him. Ball is headed away by Salzer, I think it was. Velotti again. And I don't know if that was a shot or a cross. I don't know. But it's gone for a goal kick. Still 0-0. Half time. Again, I'm going to say give the fans something to cheer. Right. We're not going to pump the ball into the box now. We're going to sit back a bit deeper. We're going to go for tighter marking. And we're going to stay on our feet. As far as our players go, Rossi on that right hasn't really done much. I'm going to drop him back a bit deeper. And I'm going to make Bretonnier a defensive deep line playmaker. But I think we'll leave the rest of it as it is. I'm going to make Atinga a complete forward on support as well. But yeah, I'm not going to make any actual subs because we're not doing that badly and we haven't conceded yet. So let's start the second half and let's try and get a goal from this. Of course, I think this small pitch doesn't really help our case. You know, it's kind of strange to be playing on. Oh, Rossi goes for a cross. It was not far off the mark, really. Morosini now for Brescia. Here is Savic. Goes for his... Oh, wow. That happened very quickly. Savic has scored. It is 1-0. We'll have to see that again. That was his first goal for him. Of course it was. That's always the case. Let's see this again. Morosini was on the ball. It was Savic. You know, he should have been allowed to have a shot from there. They didn't close him down enough, and he got a shot away and he scored. So, close down more, please, guys. Once again, look at those fullbacks. 6'3 and 6'3, and Rossi as well has been shocking. So, we're going to take him off, and we're going to bring on Khalifi. And are we going to make another change? Yeah, Itinga's done nothing today, so we're going to bring on Longo. And let's just go attacking, because we need a goal. There's half an hour left or so. So, let's go for it. Oh, there's a corner here. It was a poor one, actually. Manalo on the ball. And goes out wide, but not really to anyone. Now Selassie to Velotti. Savic is through. Good shot. Good save again by Giorgiemi. He's kept us in this today. You know, if it hadn't been for him, this would have been another route. Oh, for fuck's sake, we suck. We're looking really bad. We are very much second best in this game. Look, passing! What do you do? I don't know. I don't know how to play this game. Manala wins the ball back. That's... Come on! What is that? What is that? It was the worst pass in the world. I really hope this isn't going to be a case of second season syndrome, because if so, then I'm not having it. God, we've been terrible today. Had a few more shots, but I mean, that pass completion at 62% is not good enough in the slightest. That needs to be at least 70, and it's not. And that's full time, and it's ended Brescia 2, Parma 0, and that was disappointing. We were nowhere near good there. Giorgiemi kept us in that, very much. Pleased how you did tonight. But everyone else, I mean, again, fullbacks, shit. So, obviously, I don't know. I don't fucking know. 18th place. Great. Parma powerless to resist as Brescia dominate. Okay. A deserved defeat as they were outplayed by their opponents. Yeah, we were nowhere near good enough for that. Goalless Galliano. He might still get sold. I don't know. You know, he's been too bad for too long now. So Galliano might still get sold. He's been with us since we actually got into the Serie B. This is his 6th season. But I don't know how he's got as many goals as he has. He was just so... I don't know. I just don't know. Well, it's not the start I wanted, really. But there's still 37 games left, so there's still time to get something. Next episode, we are going to be facing Cagliari and Sampdoria. So that's going to be lots of goals conceded. I think we'll have to see. Off-screen, Cittadella, Palermo, Fiorentina and Sassuolo. Let's try and get some wins off-screen. We'll wait and see. And yeah, next episode, Cagliari and Sampdoria. And I'm hoping that this isn't the start of the so-called second season syndrome. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like down below. Leave any comments you want to make. And if you want to see videos as and when they're up on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, join me next episode for the Cagliari and Sampdoria games. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some wins under our belt off screen. We'll wait and see. because yeah, that was not a great performance. A 2-0 defeat away from home doesn't look that bad, but we were nowhere near good enough for that game today. So yeah, I want to see better in the next few games, really. So yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.